Now, Aisha Slater from Plymouth spent her teenage years battling ovarian cancer. Her experiences led her to choose a profession that might just surprise you. In the latest in our series of Southwest Stories, we meet Aisha and hear what led her down her chosen career path.
Hi, I'm Aisha. I'm 28 years old, and my job, if you haven't already guessed, is a funeral director. So I was diagnosed with ovarian rhabdoid tumours when I was 14. I had chemotherapy and I lost my hair. I also lost my fertility. The hardest part was meeting so many other young people that had that same journey, or a harder journey, a longer journey. I really struggled with why I was okay, why I was allowed to have that second chance, and why they didn't get that. And I think finding out what happened after they've passed away was a really big thing for me, because I just needed to know that they were still looked after and still okay, and the families were given help and support because they really needed it the most. I'm guessing most of you would associate the old man, the top hat, the nice suit with a funeral director. That kind of stereotype's changing quite a lot, and women and young people like myself are being welcomed into the profession. So apart from funeral directing, there's a few things I like to do with a bit of spare time. The rugby came after I lost my mum, and you'd think sort of dealing with death all the time would mean I've been pretty good stead of losing someone, and being poorly, I've lost a lot of people that way too, but I wasn't expecting it to hit me as hard as it did. I couldn't function properly, so I was angry and mad, and I needed to have an outlet. So I did some research and found Plymouth Albino's rugby team. I went to a training session, turned up on my own, didn't know anyone, but for the first time in those 6 months, I didn't feel angry or upset. Just for that hour I was there, I was trying to get my head around everything. It took me a while. I've never played rugby before. I have taken so much from this sport and from this group of women that aren't just there as teammates, they are there as my friends. And mentally, it has just taken me from one of the worst places I've ever been in my life to somewhere where I can just be myself, and I don't have to pretend that everything's okay. I can have a drink, I can have a laugh, I can have a run around, and there's no questions asked. So give it a go, girls, if you're thinking about it.
Aisha Slater there with her inspiring story.